starting to record. It looks like volume's okay on my recording. You cannot see 11 yet, the game, 11 table tennis, but I'm getting there. There we go. It should pop in behind me in a second. There it is. Okay, perfect. And let's see how latency is. I have not actually booted it up yet. I haven't seen it in VR. I'm currently looking at my desktop at my streaming app. In the streaming, what do you call it? The virtual desktop streaming app on the Pico, I actually noticed that I do have a much higher connection speed. In my old router, which is Wi-Fi 5, it only ever got up to, I think, like 650 megabytes a second or megabits a second. I'm actually not fully sure which one I would say there. If I go to streaming right now, I'm at 1200. It was at 1080, but I'm at 1200 megabits per second. I believe it's megabits, not megabytes. That would be insane. Megabits. And I used to only top out around 600, I want to say maybe 700 with my old router, and so I have changed absolutely nothing. I have not changed any of the streaming settings. I have not changed any of the settings for the desktop, for the actual router. I literally plugged in a router, set up my Wi-Fi, connected the Pico, and here we go. Let's test out the latency, see how it compares. So I'm going to hop over into VR. And here we are, and let's go to AI. Is there an AI thing I can do? Okay, here we go. Oh, I don't know if you can see this, but like, ready? I'm gonna move, and it's like, it's delayed. Oh, that's like, it's nasty. Yeah, any slight delay like that, yeah. Oh, it feels like I'm like, oh, waving around. It's not good. I definitely need to adjust some settings here, even though it's a faster speed. It's rough. Oh man, yeah, I don't know. Moving around like that, it's just kind of goofy. Oh, he's serving now. I should know how to play ping pong, shouldn't I? You know what? Now that I've existed here for a minute, it seems to be pretty good. I don't know. Maybe it's getting better. Maybe it's easing up. It still feels a little off. I mean, your brain just kind of gets used to it. If it is off a little bit, your brain kind of calibrates and you get used to it. But sometimes the game actually does work a little better. Oops, I missed that one. No, it still feels just like a little bit of a delay. I probably should adjust some settings here. But it seems like just having that higher speed does not mean latency is better. I'm going to cancel the game, reboot it, reboot the streaming app in a moment, and I'll keep recording. I'm going to adjust some settings, and I'll tell you what I adjusted. But just going Wi-Fi 5 to Wi-Fi 6 has not made this perfect. It has not made it absolutely flawless in terms of latency. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording, and then I'll record again after I change those settings, after I reboot everything here, and I'm going to see if I can get this to operate with as minimal latency as possible with my Wi-Fi 6 router. So be back in a second. All right, I'm back. I've changed a couple of things. I was at the high tier of the VR streaming, and I moved it down to the medium tier within Virtual Desktop. And I also changed my bitrate, my streaming VR bitrate, down to 22 megabits per second, all the way from 44. So I literally took my bitrate and I dropped it by half. I cut my bitrate in half. So that should significantly reduce latency. Let's go ahead and pop into here. I've reduced those things. Let's go ahead and see if that is going to make a difference in terms of latency. Nope, still god awful. If I didn't play VR a lot, I would be like puking right now. If I was like new to VR, like my wife will play every so often. We'll play like we'll play this game. We'll play table tennis. We'll play other things like walkabout mini golf, and she'll get kind of nauseated after about 2 hours of playing those games. But if I had her pop into this right now, she would like instantly be like, no, absolutely not. When I move like this, it is just so slightly delayed that it makes your brain go, no, absolutely not. It makes your brain go, I don't think so. I'm definitely seeing more visual artifacting, more issues with the image quality because I reduced that bitrate a ton. I cut it in half, and so I am seeing issues with that. You can see I'm definitely still able to play, but this is interesting. I really thought that just going from Wi-Fi 5 to Wi-Fi 6, not changing any settings, I would see some sort of improvement, but I definitely have to do more adjustment of, boom, slam that, more adjustment of the specific settings that we're getting to stream here, because there's a lot of things I can do to adjust it, and just make the streaming more flawless. I am wired from the Wi-Fi router to my PC, and I'm in the same room as the Wi-Fi router, if anyone's concerned about that. I have direct line of sight. The camera is intercepting me and the router. I mean, the router's off a little bit, so but like the camera is in between me and the router, so I am in the same room and like 20 feet away from the router, so distance should not be an issue. But yeah, this is worse than what I had with the Wi-Fi 5 router. I'm going to try some different ports on the router. I'm going to try some different settings that you can do to make VR streaming even better. I might even go as far as attempting a dual router setup and having a dedicated router just for the streaming of VR. There's a way to do that where that router is only used for VR. I will say that there is only one other device that is on this network, this Wi-Fi network, and it's my cell phone. My cell phone is in my pocket. Previously, when I played on the Wi-Fi 5 router, I had tons of devices on this 5G network. Right now, it's just this Pico and my phone, so it really should not be causing any issues with having too many devices. I'm not downloading anything. I'm not. My wife isn't playing anything upstairs, so there shouldn't be any issues with latency. But, or I guess like other devices on the network. So this is 100% like just the network itself, and I'm gonna have to adjust it because, it is a little bit annoying. Playable. But annoying if we want to be really technical. I'll try out some other games. It could just be something like 11 Table Tennis that is causing this latency. This is running through Oculus, so it is trying to run through like Revive and the virtual desktop, like I guess compatibility layer that allows me to do this, because I'm not playing with an Oculus headset. So I don't know. There you go. Latency is not immediately improved because of Wi-Fi 6. That's really, I guess, the result of this video. A little upset that I'm going to have to do more work now and actually figure out what is wrong. It'd be nice if it was just plug and play, but it clearly is not. I'm going to have to adjust some things. But hey, thanks for watching, and let me know if you want to see other things with the Pico 4. I'm actually loving the Pico 4 headset. It's absolutely wonderful. One small thing, the microphone. I am recording directly from the Pico microphone. It's really nice quality. But in some of my videos I've gone through while I'm editing, I can hear the fan. There's a fan with an intake right here, and then it blows out from the top. You can hear the fan. You can hear the fan when I'm talking sometimes. You might be able to hear it now. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother my ears. But I did notice it when I was editing some recording. I could hear the fan in the recording. To my knowledge, the fan runs all the time at 100%, and that's why the Pico isn't getting the best battery life that people are expecting. It should be able to get better battery life. The Quest will only run the fan of the Quest if it's hitting a certain amount of effort, a certain amount of power and temperature of the chip inside. This just runs all the time. It just constantly is running because there's higher resolution displays, and they just run the fan all the time. But I think they might adjust that in a future update and only have it run if the temperature gets to a certain level. So they would change this fan curve so that the fan only runs when it hits a certain temperature, and that would help reduce noise and lengthen battery life. And we'll see if they do that. That'd be really cool if they did. Otherwise, thanks for watching. There it is. Sorry for chatting too much, but just interested in the Pico 4 and sharing out some of my experience with it. Hey, here's an awkward transition, but I tried recording Beat Saber and showing the latency of Beat Saber, but the recording got messed up, so here you go. Okay, it's definitely keeping up with me. With my abilities. I used to be able to do extra plus on this type of stuff. Hot dog. Okay, I'm going to say that the Pico 4 on Wi-Fi 6, Steam VR game, it's fine. For some reason, 11 Table Tennis was there's a little bit of latency there. But this is okay. I'm going to say this is fine. I'm going to go catch my breath and get a drink really quick. But hey, thanks for watching. There's Beat Saber with Pico 4 using virtual desktop to stream PC Beat Saber onto the Pico 4. Let me know what you want to see next, and thanks for watching. Take care. I'm going to take a break. Oh, that's upsetting. I'm out of shape. That's rough.